Hey guys, what's up? I just wanted to go over a couple different things today. A little run concept scheme that I really like out of the gun doubles offset. I run this a lot with a couple different pass plays. I'm thinking about releasing a little mini scheme of how best to run this particular formation. But I wanted to go over some runs in the formation because I think they're really effective and I think they can attack different parts. It's probably one of the best shotgun run setups that I've seen in the game up to this point. So let's go ahead and get into it. Um, First off, I'm going to come out in the Power O. This is my franchise team. I got the Panthers. I'm going to be streaming some of those franchise games. My Twitch handle is Wolves916. I'm going to be streaming some of those games here and there. I still want to do a full film breakdown of them, but we'll see how that goes. So let me go ahead and random play here. So I'm in the Power O. It's one of the best right side, weak side runs. It's fast-ish, fast enough to be effective, so it's much faster than the counter. It also gets a really nice outside push. Now, in your audibles, I got the inside zone, and I've got the 0-1 trap. This is your center, and this obviously is your left side run. So what you want to do, when you're running the ball, obviously you want to count numbers. So right here, we got 3-on-3, and we got a pulling guard. We should have an effective outside run here. So as you can see, and that's going to happen relatively recently. That's an easy 10 to 15. We should be able to run it again. We still should have the numbers. And we easily get outside and cut it up. Now, this can, anything can be sliced with the user, but I want to show y'all kind of how it works and why it's so effective. First off, they got a man up on Curtis Samuel out there in the slot. So when they man up on him, right here you got the tight end, and you got your right tackle and your right guard who are on that right side matched up against three people. And then you've got the pulling guard, 65, coming off the other side. So they block down. And right there, you got all three blocks, and you got a guard pulling right here to the edge. So if somebody's coming down, you can cut right up underneath 65. Right here, I just cut up because I see the open field here, and I cut up for an easy 7 to 8 yards. So that, again, I could probably run the power over here, but this setup, because of the giant gap here in the center between the center and the right guard, I'm running the 0-1 trap. The 0-1 trap, and it's only certain 0-1 traps. See, I ended up getting 6 yards there, but these 0-1 traps are really effective because basically they set up the ability to run right up the gut, and the offensive linemen really get downfield well. Now, it's not going to work real well against like this, for example, because you got 6 guys on the line, you got 6 guys blocking. So actually, against this, we're going to run an inside zone, run it to the left side. We're going to run an inside zone, and unfortunately, we got beat there. I could have cut it up. But the inside zone is probably the weakest run out of this whole formation. But again, I'd probably run the inside zone here. And right here, just make a bad decision, but still get 6 yards. Now, what I really like about this run formation is, like, for example, it allows you, because you're in a shotgun, it is a very effective run formation. You're able to run the ball right, you're able to run the ball left, you're able to run the ball right up the gut. Now I want to show this 0-1 trap and how the offensive line is able to get up the field really effectively. So we hike the ball here, and right there the offensive line sets up beautifully, and we're not even touched to the 15-yard mark. The blocking is really solid on this. I'm going to run it again to kind of prove my point. See, even right there, the D-tackle shakes. I still get 2 or 3, but the D-tackle, really that's the key, is the pulling guard coming over. He picks up that D-tackle. You generally are 4 or 5 yards deep. But again, in these setups, for example, there's another thing that's nice about this run formation, is when you're running the ball this way, I can set up something like this. So now there's nobody out there on Samuel, and so I can just hit him. They've got to have somebody outside, which is why this is such an effective run formation. This is not a home run hitter type of run scheme. This is a much more consistently make your way up the field, get 5 to 10 yards consistently out of the shotgun. Because if you're in the shotgun, they're going to come out in a lot of formations that are relatively weak up front, like even something like this again. And I'm just going to kind of keep running it based on where I see the reads here. I mean, you're looking at, and like I said, the runs aren't even really working all that well right this second. But even with them, I think not particularly working really well, I'm still getting 4 to 5 yards out of the shotgun. based on the scheme. And again, I have a whole passing setup out of here, which is extremely effective. But this, for example, seeing you got the D tackle shaking, you got linebackers shaking. But really what puts it over the top is this 0-1 trap here, because it is really effective at running to that right weak side, right side, and doing it pretty quickly. And like I said, the way that I like to do it is I'm looking right here at what the setup is. If they're weak right up the gut, I'm running this 0-1 trap, and I'm grabbing a hole and trying to get in there. If they're really, weak on the left side, I'm going to run that inside zone. On a formation like this, I'm going to run that power O, because he's going to be able to get outside, and hopefully I can make a guy miss or something like that and get some major yardage. Same thing with this. I'm going to run the power O on this all day, every day. And try not to run into the back 65. 65, excuse me. But it's very effective, especially when you mix in some pass plays out of this formation. And like I said, the reason that I got the Panthers is because they're my franchise team. I'm doing all right. I'm 9-3. I'm looking at the playoffs right now, but like I said, I've been streaming those on my handle at Wolf916. You're more than welcome, obviously, to watch. They're every night, generally around 9:30, 10 o'clock. I set up the streams. I'm trying to bring y'all more content. Like I said, I'm not getting a whole lot of views right this second, but that's all right. I'm kind of doing this for fun, and hopefully somebody will enjoy them at some point. But this run scheme, like I said, is just absolutely excellent. I know as of right now, everybody's like, oh, you get 5 or 10 yards at a clip, but it's really consistent. I've run this in franchise, I've run this in games, it is insanely consistent and very difficult for a lot of players to deal with. Again, would I sit here and say, it's the best run formation in the game? I wouldn't go that far. Are these home run hitting runs? I mean, they can be if you run them correctly and depending on your look. And like I said, I'm kind of just choosing, running them, and you can see, even though I'm not getting, huge touchdown runs, I'm very rarely ever getting stuck in the backfield. I'm very rarely ever getting bad blocks. If I make the right decisions, typically speaking, see, that time I should have cut it up. But if I make the right decisions, typically speaking, I can get 5 or 10 yards with these 3-run plays. They work real well together. It's really effective, especially when you mix in some of the pass plays out of the formation. So anyway, like I said, that setup's real simple. It's just power O, and you want to set your audibles to inside trap, 0-1 trap and inside zone, and you're just going to want to look. Like I said, you're just going to want to read the line. You're going to want to try to figure out what the best way to run is. I'm not going to say, again, run it every play. The offensive line with Panthers is not particularly excellent. And I'm not even going to say you're going to get huge gains every time. But I guarantee you will get consistently 5 to 10 yards, and you'll be able to get your opponent to at least respect the run out of the shotgun, and force them to kind of cut through. And we all know if you can get your opponent to kind of cut through and force them to come up and play the run, that's going to open up some of your passing game, and then you can go ahead and try to, nicely done, throwing picks after getting sacked. But yeah, you can effectively set up your pass game and make some effective passing plays. And like I said, of course, since I'm sitting here messing around, it's not going to work excessively effectively per usual. But it is insanely effective as a run formation. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Try it out. Like I said, let me know what you think. I've tried it in multiple games, and it's worked real well for me. Let me know how it works for you. If you use it, if you don't use it, if you think it's trash, let me know. And thanks so much for the view. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. And I'll be coming at you with another video soon on the cover 4 palms and how to effectively beat it, and some plays that you can use and some concepts you can use to beat it over the top. It's run quite frequently, and it's a little difficult to read. So until next time, y'all have a good one.